or if you are born in the morning and they want to give you a name, Bwire, they have to wait until evening to name you Bwire. Anyway,
my concern, Chair,
yes,
is where the mother is not sure who the dad is, and you want to go for what, which name and what. So to avoid that, Chair,
by the time a lady delivers,
Chair,
she has a name in mind on who is the father or who she wants to be the father.
Section 31 of our Act doesn't mind, even if you don't tell us the father.
Yes.
You give us only one of the parents, you can update the register on a future date.
Yeah. Well, for people who have not heard, Honorable Itungo suggests that until, I'm putting you on record because it's good information, that until the father is found, the mother remains the owner until further notice. Okay. Let's look at page 23, ma'am, of the Auditor General's report. It is about, not 23, sorry, 19, irregular evaluation of bidders under the framework contract. 19, yes, 19 of the Auditor General's report. The reason I had gone to this is because it is coming to 2 o'clock. The answers from 7 through to 12, actually to 14, 18, up to 19, I elaborate, and I wanted to look at this particular issue and close. Yes.
On page 7, on the Auditor General's report, table 3, I noted here a serious concern that I needed clarification from the accounting officer. The proportion of total warrants audited. I noted this figure of wage expenditure that would...
Oh, sorry, I didn't give you the information when we assigned the auditor.
Please give me the information so that I don't ask.
That amount includes gratuity, which was not mentioned by error. The gratuity was 5 billion. So when you add this 5 plus the 20.3, that is, oh yes, again still there is an error.
Does that change the concern, Chair? Because it remains wage?
No, it does. The reason it does is because wage includes gratuity. Our concern was that the amount released was much less than the amount audited. And the question was, how could you audit, how could we have more money audited than was provided? But when you add the 5 billion point, is it 5 or 5.3, auditor? It should be, sorry? It is 5.3. That would give us, yes, ma'am.
It's 5.083. 699,600,000.
Yeah, it is explained by the addition of gratuity. Thank you. Honorable members, let's go to page 19. 19 is irregular evaluation of bidders under the framework contract. 19 of the Auditor General's report. Now the concerns are two. That there is one company 19 to 2, that is 2.4.1, irregular evaluation of bidders under the framework contract. There were two companies, Cyber Limited and Kata Technologies and Logistics Limited. 19 to 20, yes, we have. I've been explaining why. I explained why. No, while he was there, but the mind was away. Let's go through this. How would you go ahead and pay a company you have no agreement with? First, receive their product, and two, pay them. And then you say, well, we had to pay them because they supplied. The accounting officer explained that the issue of the manufacturer's authorization was pointed out before the contract was signed. And as a result, Nira did not sign the contract with MS Carter Technologies. However, despite the framework contract not being signed, toner was supplied and accepted. Therefore, Nira was obligated to pay the supplier who received the product when there is no agreement. And the reason for lack of agreement was that certain things were not in place. Two, the Contracts Committee, PDU, and users shall undergo continuous training to evaluate and approve such requirements. Cybele submitted a manufacturer's authorization, which can be verified. Despite your answer, Otajeno says, Cybele submitted a manufacturer's authorization from HP instead of the required authorization from Xerox and Canon Toner. There are two legs. Who received the product when you had stopped the procurement? By reason of lack of, according to this, by reason of, yes, the lack of the manufacturer's authorization.
So what happened in this particular scenario? The contract was in the process of being signed. However, at the review, we pointed out that we needed a manufacturer's authorization issued. The party had received, I think, a copy for their signing, so they, and it was the close of financial year, so they wanted to fulfill the obligation and supply. So I think by the time
how does obligation arise when where there is no contract?
They had been given a copy of their contract to sign.
Why did you give them a copy of the contract to sign when this was lacking and you?
We highlighted it. I think, to be honest, there was some breakdown in communication within the organization.
Who received the product?
The person at stores.
No. I don't stay in your stores. I don't know who's there. Who?
The accounting officer.
And that is you.
Correct.
Why did you receive? Under what arrangement?
Fair enough, sir. I don't. The mechanisms did not put in place by the accounting officer did not suffice to stop receipt of the toner.
No, it was not necessary for you to put in place any mechanisms. Simply, I mean, supposing I come with a truck now loaded with toner, do you receive?
No, sir.
What do you need from me for you to receive my toner?
You need a delivery note?
From anybody?
You need a contract.
Good. Did this person have a contract?
No.
Why did you receive? Is there a reason for signing a contract?
Yes, sir.
Nangoli?
Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. Chair, I would like to take you to page 16 on their financials, cash flow statement, because they are talking about the stores, cash flow from investing activities, and purchase of property and equipment, plant and equipment. As of 30th June 2024,
Page 16 of the accounts.
Under cash flows from investing activities, on the purchase of plant, property and equipment, the figure indicated there on the cash flow is 1.93837,515 billion. When you go to statement of appropriation, on actual performance, that is on page 18 on the accounts. Under purchase of property, plant and equipment, you had 192 billion 433.
Wait, are you running away from the previous one?
No, I'm trying to give a comparison so that we look for this money where it is. I'm trying to show them exactly the details.
To show them or ask them?
Ask them, Chair. You had 192, that is on the statement of appropriation, actual performance.
Yes.
192, 433, 421, 515. Chair, if you remove that, according to their cash flow statement, it means that there's a difference of about 191 billion, which is not indicated here. The question here, Chair, is where is this money? Why is it not indicated in the cash flow statement? And yet...
Is this money for the products we've been talking about at page 19?
Yes, Chair.
No, it can't be. That's a lot of money.
Chair, you...
Okay.
Check.
Yeah.
But you chose to skip some pages.
Yes.
Otherwise, there is a lot of issues to do with their cash flow statement.
Okay, we shall address cash flow statements separately. Let's deal with the principles before figures. Okay?
And Mr. Chairman, secondly.
Yes.
But if I may respond to that one.
Yeah. No, don't respond to this. We shall come back to
Maybe
it.
Chairman, before she comes in.
No,
Chairman,
let her not.
to remind you
Yes?
that he's sorted too.
Yes.
We don't have allowances for extra time.
I'll give you food in the canteen.
I want to inform you that you don't even have money for lunch. So, it is exactly to think about it, Mr. Chairman.
I will think about it. And I can give you assurance, don't worry, colleagues, in the next 2 hours we shall be... No, before that, I think, Rosemary. Yes. Yeah, but before that, did you eventually get this?
Manufacturer's authorization, yes, we did.
Share it with us.
Sure.
Also share with us the authorization for Xerox and Canon.
Sure.
Yes. Now let's go to the figures.
To the figures, I would like to immediately say the money we received for that purchase is the 192 billion that is being quoted. Came on 21st of June 2024. Therefore, we obtained letters of credit and they can be verified and submitted to this House.
Now, when you
for avoidance of doubt.
Thank you. There is actually no doubt. You know why? You know how we trust you. You've not seen the traps. No. I am sure I have demonstrated trust by advising colleagues to avoid mistrusting you. You know, one day my daughter was crying and we asked, but why? You don't know what it means when your parents don't trust you. So, Mama Chisembo, we trust you. We only want you to make us understand how you transact.
We shall provide the letters of credit tomorrow.
The same people reminding me that it is 2 o'clock as if they have better watches than me are the same people asking questions because they are bound to ask them. Yes, Honorable Itungo.
Chair, you have requested for the provision of the manufacturer's authorization.
Yes.
And according to the response, they are quoting it. I don't know whether this is the one on Annex 9. It seems they have submitted something in the annexes. My only concern is this page, how we have photocopied it. It's as if the photocopier was dancing, break dance.
We shall submit a better copy, sir.
Okay.
Chair, what I wanted to confirm that whether their response about the 2 bidders failed to submit, is this the response to this particular issue? As in the issue of 2.4.1 about irregular evaluation of bidders under the framework contract, which we are dealing it with now. When you look at their response, that's page 7. 2 bidders failed to submit a manufacturer authorization certificate along with their bids. I wanted to confirm whether this is the response to this particular matter.
The reason contract signing had been delayed was because we were awaiting the manufacturer's authorization. They had fulfilled the other provisions of the contract, but we were awaiting the manufacturer's authorization in the format required.
You have not answered his question. Is this your answer?
Which one, sir?
The one you have written in here. Let me help you. Oh, you don't need help.
2.4. There's nobody who doesn't need help, but maybe let me read 2.4.1 again.
Review your response.
First, in your answers, you do not have 2.4.2.4 because they are not numbered.
It is here.
Yeah, can I conclude on my thing?
No, don't. Let her.
It is the matter of irregular evaluation of bidders under the framework contract.
Yes.
Read your response over that matter. That's what I want to confirm.
The response in the Auditor General's response or in the
Yes. Your response.
The accounting officer explained that the issue of the manufacturer's authorization, is that the one you want me?
In this, the one you provided.
In the last one you submitted today. You printed them differently because mine is.
The manufacturer's authorization has been requested from the supplier prior to the execution of the contract. Copies of the manufacturer's authorization are now attached as Annex 9. Is that the one, sir?
Yeah. Chair. Chair, that is Annex 9.
9. I'm there. As long as you are able to read them, it is okay. Yes? And is that right?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to confirm from
Chair.
her, that whether this is the response to
Chair.
this particular matter.
No. Yes, Honorable Mwada.
Chair, I want to start from there. When you look at the manufacturer's authorization for Saibai Limited, it is for HP. It is for HP. And I want to take the accounting officer to page 20 of the Auditor General's report. Page 20, the last paragraph, the second last paragraph before recommendation. It says, well, the accounting officer's response was noted, and we are noting it. Verification, which is the same as the attachment here, revealed that Saibai submitted manufacturer's authorization for HP
instead of the required authorization for Xerox and Canon toner. When you look at Annex 9, still Cyber Limited, the authorization I'm seeing is an HP certificate.
Where are you reading Cyber from?
Okay, the spelling is SYBY. SYBY Limited. That one. Now, Chair, we are in a dilemma. Chair, we are in a dilemma. The authorization the accounting officer is confirming is still for HP. The Auditor General is telling us the authorization required was for Xerox, XEROX, and Canon toner. Now, isn't this a clear opening that Nira received goods illegally? And we are likely to see legal consequences because the authorization wasn't provided and wasn't
namely given. Legal consequences, namely.
Chair, these deliveries are subject to copyrights and equally in terms of the procurements, there can't be a legitimate procurement for different goods and deliveries for different goods. Now, if they received the goods that requires authorization from Xerox and Canon. Now, Canon and Xerox may not have authorized Nira to use their product.
The word is not may. Did not.
Did not. So we need clarity now. We need clarity now because in their annexures and attachment.
Clarity on what?
The legal issues.
Before it gets into the legal issues, they supplied HP toners. Other suppliers supplied Xerox and Canon. CBIL gave the manufacturer's authorization. If you note, there was more than one supplier. So the HP toner was supplied by CBIL, so they gave us an HP manufacturer's authorization.
Why is there a query?
You see,
the Auditor General is querying it.
Chair.
No, it's not even about.
Chair, the bid documents from this company.
Now you're talking.
The bid documents were for non-HP brands. The bid from this company were for non-HP brands. Now they go ahead and supply HP brand products without an agreement, okay? And then
you need to switch off the microphone so that
them.
we don't hear the whispering. Yes. Maybe you wait for her.
Chair, the legal issues are one, that we did not have an agreement with them.
That's issue number one.
Number two is that they supply what they did not bid to supply.
Yes.
I'm being informed by the
How
the
sure are we that what we received was ours?
Okay. She's being informed by
the procurement officer that there were two lots. There was a lot for HP and a lot for Chosera. I think the best way to solve this is to bring the bid document tomorrow and bring the coordinating manufacturer's authorization for each bid document and the deliveries. So if you'll allow me, I'll do that.
Now, before you do that, I think, you see, I am trying to help you so that you explain something better while the opportunity lasts. Where we retreat to write the report, you will not be there. The best thing is to explain it today while you're here so that these members understand it. And it is not complicated. Don't read complexity into it. The argument is that up to the last time you interfaced with the auditor, you conceded. you may not have used the word conceded, but in actual sense, you admitted, one, even on the microphone today, that you received goods even when you had not signed, or you had declined actually, to sign a contract. There is no way you could have sent a document to a supplier to sign an agreement when they are pending documents which you had identified and said, no, we will not sign. Then, here you say, we sent them the document. Maybe when we sent them the document to sign, they assumed there is a contract and sent the document, the product. For you, you could not even receive the product because you received the product against a signed contract. That's point number one. Number two, with respect to the second company.
Chair, before you leave that point,
yes,
I'm sorry. It is also noteworthy that by the time of the audit, the bid validity period had expired on 10th July 2024. Proceed, Chairman.
Now that's an addition. With respect to the second company, Cybil submitted a manufacturer's authorization from HP instead of Xerox and Canon. So where are you going to get the two documents, the two authorizations that you're going to send us tomorrow? Assuming the documents you're going to send us are Xerox and Canon. One, how come when it came to attaching, you did not attach them?
And Chair?
No, I wanted her attention. You get the question. One, how come at the time of submitting, you sent HP? Where are you going to get the new ones of Canon and Xerox? Number two, I think on the one of receiving without a contract, she has conceded. Not so? Accounting officer?
Let me ask the procurement officer to explain.
Yeah.
Okay, as Director Chris is trying to check for the document, this was a procurement that was lotted. So lot 1 was Cosase, lot 2 was HP, and lot 3 was Xerox and Canon. So the bid document gave specifications, and bidders were supposed to bid according to the lots. So lot 1, which was Cosase, lot 2, which was HP, and lot 3, which was Xerox and Canon. So Cybil qualified under lot 2, which was Xerox, which was HP.
Lot 3, what is in the Auditor General's report is lot 3.
Maybe we'll need to cross-check the documents again with the bid documents, then we can
It is indicated
confirm.
here, lot 3.
She's entitled to contradict the Auditor General if she has her documents. Yes, she's a witness. She gives her own evidence.
Chair, my prayer is, it seems a lot rotates around the procurement officer. My prayer would be, one, to interrogate her academic competence, and two, to put her on oath, so that we get the facts as they are. If they are to contradict what was provided by the Auditor General. Yeah. Let's interrogate her academic competence, and two, we put her on oath. Then we listen.
Okay. Is that the view of the rest of the members?
Yes,
Honorable Mwada, surely, if we did that, we followed that, then we would not even be competent to do what you're suggesting. There is a motion that you want to interrogate her academic competence.
Chair, she may not be fit for the job and may mislead the entire Nira. Nira, we are here struggling, looking for IDs, looking for, and they may hide under procurements.
I will overrule you on that. You're mixing up. You're mixing up those two issues. And I want us to approach witnesses with no prejudice. There's a motion.
Chair, 414 million was used without contracts. It is 414.79 million at stake. No contract, paid out, wrong goods supplied.
It has not been paid out.
Do you want to refuse to pay?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Martin.
Well, the motion before us. Mr. Chairman, there are also more other issues that are very serious. And
maybe
perhaps I may be forced to agree with my colleague because I was trying to check issues to do with the letters of credit that the executive director talked about, and I have failed to see them in here. And those are issues to do with the procurement officer. So perhaps my colleague could be right.
You can refer them to the page, Honorable Martin, page 20. And
when you look at page 20, you can't see what the executive director talked about, letters of credit. When you look at the procurement that was done, Mr. Chairman, if you go to...
And then the attachment after page 37.
If you go to page 18, goods and services consumed, which is directly under the procurement officer. It talks of 94 billion, 384 million. And when you come back to page 16, you go to goods and services consumed, it is 60 billion. There is a difference of 30 billion, 33 billion, not accounted for. These are issues to do with the procurement, Mr. Chairman. So I may be forced to agree with my colleague, the Honorable Nkunyinji. Mudawa. Now this one is baptizing him.
I do not have that one in the committee. Besides, you know, we have been dealing with the issue of false identification. So you want him to swear a deed poll, which he has already said is a very expensive venture for the people of Kasangati. No. Colleagues?
So, Mr. Chairman, even when you look at page 16 again, you go to property, plant and purchase, 1.9 billion. And when you go to page 18, you find 192 billion, that is purchase of property, plant and equipment, 192 billion. So the figures are really not matching. That's why, Mr. Chairman, I was suggesting that we begin with these issues tomorrow morning when we are very fresh.
Sir, I pray that you allow the Director of Finance...
Who has allowed you to respond? Wait. Colleagues, I want to appreciate you for raising the issues, especially which relate to the financials, because the financials are actually the basis of our jurisdiction. ED. 1, we want to do the entire procurement file. 2, we want you to explain these financial discrepancies. Come back on Friday at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. The meeting is adjourned accordingly.
The ruling
Give Honorable Itungo his national ID.
What about ours?
All, now that I'm standing, it is an order from above. Give my members their IDs.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort, and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the 1st floor.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hello viewers, welcome to the program Safe Life. My name is Kathy Ishimi, and today we're generally going to be talking about oral health. I am with a specialist, Mr. Dr. Ntwatwalule, here in Bakuli and at Ntwani's Dental Clinic. You're most welcome to the show. Please say hello to the viewers.
Hello viewers, it's nice to be with you once again.
Well, how often should a person visit a doctor for a dental checkup?
Well, some people say every 6 months, but actually we can modify that a little bit. If you consider a very young child, say 3-4 years of age, the enamel and dentine are very soft, and if decay does start, it occurs very rapidly, and within a short time, it can reach the nerve of the tooth, causing a lot of pain. So for very young children, it's important to visit the dentist actually more often than 6 months, about every 4 months or so. That would be more ideal for very young children. And also people with a high caries rate. High caries rate meaning they are people who eat very sweet things, and decay will occur in them much faster. They would also be advised to visit the dentist even more regularly. The very old and debilitated, sometimes people who have suffered from stroke and are unable to clean their mouths regularly very well and efficiently, they would also be advised to visit the dentist on a more regular basis to make sure that the oral hygiene is up to scratch, and the dentist can also assist them to help the oral hygiene be maintained at the proper standard.
Well, you did talk about children. When should my child first have their first visit?
The first visit to the dentist should occur roughly at a time when the first teeth start to erupt. It's important for the child to visit the dentist early. For one, the child needs to start developing a relationship with the dentist. In most cases, you don't expect any treatment to be done. This first visit really is an introduction to the dentist. They need to get used to the person. They need to get used to the environment in which the dentist works. They need to get used to all the instruments. Well, maybe not all of them, but some of the instruments, the lights, and basically the environment the dentist works in, so that they are more comfortable. It's always a bit difficult when the child's first appointment, even if it's at the age of 6, is an emergency where treatment has to take place. Maybe they have fallen down and broken a tooth, or they have gone because of toothache, and they are in a totally foreign environment. It creates a lot of anxiety. And so it's always best to help the person develop a relationship with the dentist. And also, at that time, it's also a chance for the dentist to instill into the child good oral hygiene practices, so that they grow up knowing what's best for them.
Well, you did mention tooth decay. I'm pretty sure there must be someone out there who does not know what tooth decay means.
Tooth decay is actually an infection of the tooth by bacteria, and it basically causes holes in the teeth, and we term that a cavity in the tooth. One would recommend to brush at least twice in a day. Try to use gentle circular motions. Avoid a hard toothbrush, medium or soft toothbrush. Take enough time when you are brushing your teeth. Make sure you brush all the teeth and all the sides of all the teeth. Some people forget to brush the inside. So you try to balance 50-50, the insides of the teeth with the outsides, using gentle motions. Try not to be in a hurry. You may also decide to brush before the meal, and then after the meal, rinse or even gently brush. So brushing twice daily is good. If you can use dental floss as well, every time after brushing, then it can also be an addition, because dental floss reaches those parts of the teeth, especially in between the teeth, where the toothbrush cannot reach. Try to watch your diet. Try to avoid sweet, sticky things, especially the ones in colorful packets in the supermarket. You need to avoid sweets, toffees, chewing gum with sugar, all the sweet things. If you're a parent who is giving your children snacks that they take to school, try to avoid the sugary ones, and more take to the salty ones rather than the sugary ones. Also do remember that the natural foods are also good for one's health, especially for growing children. So all those things that are obtained in the market, fresh fruit and vegetable, is also good. Giving the child an apple or a carrot or a banana to take to school with them may be better than biscuits, and especially sugary ones.
In case sometimes it's unavoidable. In case that happens, and or parents always want to, today you give the child this, tomorrow you give them this. Even you say you okay, I'm having a banana, then tomorrow you're tempted to have a chocolate, you're tempted to have biscuits. In case that happens.
In case that happens, it's always best to brush the teeth immediately afterwards. That may not always be easy in school if you don't take the toothbrush with you, but at least have a good rinse. Or maybe have the chocolate first and then have the carrot afterwards. So the carrot, the fibers can help to clean the teeth as it's been chewed. Also, to add to that, it's also good to have a regular dental checkup. Again, we said roughly every 6 months, but more often for young children, more often for the elderly and debilitated. It's always good to be your own dentist at first. So, have a look in your own mouth and check. Check for swelling, redness, painful spots, ulcers, bleeding gums. So anything that you feel that is not normal, try to, maybe if it's on the teeth, try to brush it off. If it's a persistent dark area, maybe get it checked by a professional.
Okay. Well, talking about the bleeding, the teeth bleed, the gum or maybe the teeth bleeding, is it normal for my gum to bleed when I brush? Let's say I'm not having, if I've taken self-examination and I don't have any painful, I don't have anything at all, but then when I brush my teeth, my gum bleeds.
You do have something.
That means I do have something.
Yes, you can't have anything at all, and then when you brush your teeth, your gums bleed. If your gums bleed when you brush the teeth, you do have something.
What if it's a toothbrush?
If it's a toothbrush, that's very hard.
Maybe I'm using a lot of force, because people believe by using a lot of force while brushing your teeth, it's when they get cleaned.
undamaged.
Yeah, but what would you advise such a person who still have that same thinking of, if I use a hard toothbrush, it's when my teeth get cleaned, or it's when I...
Well, as we said before, brush regularly and brush gently. The teeth and oral tissues are very delicate and should be handled very carefully. When you do excessive brushing, especially with a hard tooth, you will not only damage the gums, but you will damage the teeth as well. The gums are frequently damaged by excessive backwards and forward scrubbing. That leads to tooth recession. The gum rises up the teeth and exposes the roots. The roots are covered with dentine. And the dentine, being softer than enamel, will be preferentially worn away, causing a deep groove in the tooth. So when you pass your nail next to your gum, you find there's a little ledge. That's usually damage by the toothbrush. And once dentine is exposed, it leads to sensitivity. So you may not be able to eat ice cream or drink very cold things, or even simple air passing across the teeth may also cause discomfort. So the teeth need to be gently cared for, and if you do use a soft brush and you gently brush the teeth and you find that the gums bleed, then the chances are the gums are inflamed. And the usual cause is deposits on the teeth in terms of plaque, which contains around 70% bacteria. The bacteria in the plaque metabolize the same foods that we eat. And after they use the foods, they produce byproducts which are toxic to the tissues of the gums. And that leads to the gums becoming inflamed, reddened, and they also bleed.
Okay, so what normally causes bad breath?
Bad breath is caused by a number of things. It is frequently you can have a problem inside the mouth. If you don't brush your teeth very well and you have like a poor gum disease, then pus coming from the teeth will continue even if you brush well. That can be a common cause. A cavity inside a tooth, that will also cause bad breath. But we need to remember the breath in general comes from the lungs. And as you breathe out, anywhere along the root where there is inflammation can also cause bad breath. So if you have a disease of the lung, like tuberculosis, you're basically having an infection in the lungs. The lungs will be infected, and there's a war between the bacteria and the tissues, leading to death of some of the cells, and it will cause bad breath. So as the air comes out through the lungs and the bronchioles, you can have bronchitis, you can have laryngitis. Within the sinuses, you can have sinusitis. Into the mouth, you can have tooth decay, you can have gingivitis. So all those things can cause bad breath. Sometimes people who have stomach issues will also have bad breath. But frequently, if there is poor brushing, yes, you will also have bad breath. So there's a number of issues that cause bad breath, and it's important to distinguish between them. Sometimes one person may perceive themselves having bad breath when actually they don't have bad breath. So a professional will be able to point that out as well.
Okay. Well, taking you back a little bit, you did talk about tooth sensitivity. I would like you to explain to us what is high sensitivity.
Tooth sensitivity is when you get pain from a tooth which has its dentine exposed, and it causes pain when the tooth is exposed to air, to other stimuli like cold, heat, sugary, salty things. When the tooth is exposed because of exposed dentine. And that frequently can be brought about, one, exposed dentine due to excessive brushing, which has caused the gums to recede, exposing the roots of the teeth. You can have the roots of the teeth also exposed due to gum disease, which has been long-term, causing gum recession. You can also have a sensitivity of the teeth, frequently caused by acidic foods and drinks. When we consume things that are very acidic on a frequent basis, the enamel of the teeth ends up getting dissolved because acid will dissolve the teeth. So there are certain fruits and vegetables that actually promote the dissolution of the enamel. Top of the list, pineapples, mangoes which are not very ripe, lemon. Lemon is very, very acidic. In fact, I think it's the most acidic of the fruits. And during COVID, there was a lot of media coverage about lemon taken with garlic, ginger. All those are also acidic. So a lot of people got the advice that they are defending themselves against COVID using lemon with all different things added to them. And then some people take lemon in their foods. It will also cause the teeth to become sensitive because the constant barrage of acid will dissolve the teeth. And that can be seen clinically when you look at the teeth and they are devoid of enamel on their biting surfaces.
Well, people often talk about dental plaque. What is it?
Dental plaque is basically a creamish substance that becomes attached and accumulates onto the surfaces of the teeth. It's usually composed of salivary proteins plus leftover food in terms of carbohydrate usually, and bacteria. So the bacteria attach themselves onto the surfaces of the teeth. And every time you feed them, they multiply. Have you ever been to an occasion where they've given you a piece of cake and something sweet to drink? And after a while, you take it gently and slowly. You take it slowly. Bite of the cake, bite of the biscuit, bite of drink of soda, a sip of the soda. And you continue like that for 30 minutes. And after about 30 minutes, when you pass your tongue across the teeth, they feel rough. Now, that is due to the bacteria rapidly multiplying on the surfaces of the teeth, rapidly multiplying, because they use the sugar in the cakes and in the soda. That energy is used to rapidly multiply, and the bacteria grow on the surfaces of the teeth, and you end up with a thick film of dental plaque. It contains a lot of bacteria and some carbohydrates.
So what's the importance of dental plaque and how does it affect my dental health?
Well, if a lot of it accumulates, I think the first thing, the immediate thing that happens is maybe you can get bad breath. But over a long period of time, two main diseases occur. First, let's talk about gum disease. When plaque accumulates right onto the surfaces of the teeth next to the gums, the bacteria which consume the same foods that we consume metabolize those foods and produce toxins. And those toxins cause the gums to become inflamed and reddened and become hot. And within those toxins, you also have enzymes. And these enzymes dissolve the walls of the blood vessels inside the gums, so that the blood vessels have holes in them. So when you end up brushing your teeth, the blood passes through those holes, and you see that the gums are bleeding. So those are two things, bad breath and gum disease. The plaque is also the same plaque that causes tooth decay. In those bacteria, when they metabolize the sugars, they also produce acids. And those acids are what burn the teeth and produce holes in the teeth. The surface of the enamel, the acid will leach out the mineral in the enamel, and the surface of the enamel becomes rough. And once it becomes rough, it attracts more bacteria because the surface is not smooth. And eventually, the surface of the enamel breaks down to produce a cavity or a hole in the tooth. And then the bacteria grow inside the tooth. And once inside the tooth, they are more difficult to remove because the toothbrush may not reach them. And so with the continual consumption of sugar, the cavity gets larger because the bacteria will continue to produce acid, and the acid dissolves away that hard substance of enamel and dentine, and the cavity gets bigger and bigger. So that's mainly the importance of plaque on our teeth. It causes bad breath, causes gum disease, and it will cause tooth decay. And that's why it's important to remove the plaque every day. As long as you open your mouth, you will introduce bacteria into your mouth. One, by touching or from your fingers. Two, by the things you put in your mouth without realizing it. And just as important, the air we breathe enters our mouth either via the nose or directly from the mouth. The air we breathe contains bacteria. Okay, not all bacteria is bad, but once it accumulates, then there will be shifts in the number of and types of bacteria, and then the bad bacteria will set in and will cause disease.
What is your advice for a person who already has the plaque on their teeth? They still think it's normal for them to have it.
Well, it's important if they have plaque on the teeth to have it removed. Just like one has plaque on the skin, you have to have a shower every day to prevent, again, diseases, especially of the skin. Plaque on the teeth will also eventually cause disease. So it needs to be removed on a daily basis, at least twice a day.
Should I mind if my teeth are yellowish? And actually, what should be the right color for my teeth?
The right color of the teeth could even be a matter of perception. For a young 12-year-old person, the teeth are very light in color. For an 85-year-old man or woman, they're not the same color. They'll be very dark and brown. So one has to fit the color of the teeth in relation to the age of the person. Okay? If you came and you had no teeth at all at the age of 85, and you said you wanted a new set of teeth, I said, fine, but it would be better for me to give you your new teeth, that color which fits your age. It would make more sense. Rather than to give you teeth the color of a 12-year-old, they will obviously look false. So for us in the dental profession, you have to divide between science and art. You have to do dentistry with a touch of art, but on a scientific foundation. So back to the question of what is the right color of the tooth. The teeth, when they are new, are light in color. And with time, there is wear and tear. You see, the tooth has two layers. You have the enamel on the outside and the dentine on the inside. The enamel is light in color, but is translucent. Translucent means that it's like the smoked glass window of a bathroom. Okay? You can tell that there's someone inside wearing a yellow shirt, but you can't tell who it is. Okay? Because it's blurry. So that's enamel. Okay? It's translucent. It allows some light to pass through. Dentine shows up underneath. When the enamel is new, there's a lot of it. It is thick. With wear and tear, and the lemon and pineapples and mangoes people take, the enamel gets thinner and thinner with time. And when that happens, the dentine underneath, which is darker than the enamel, appears to show up more. So the tooth becomes darker with age. I hope that makes sense. Okay? So sometimes the teeth become dark prematurely. And that can happen in a case when people take too much lemon or pineapple, or they eat oranges very frequently, or they drink cola drinks frequently, especially through a straw. And when that splashes across the front teeth, the surfaces of the enamel dissolve away prematurely, rapidly, showing up the dark dentine underneath. So that someone who is 12 years old, who has brown teeth, it's a telltale sign that they're either sucking oranges all the time, or eating pineapples all the time, or drinking cola.
How does smoking and chewing certain things like Nira and then alcohol, how does it affect our oral health in general?
Well, smoking, again, is like a toxin. The smoke itself contains toxins which enter the gums and affect the immune cells of the gums. When they affect the immune cells, the tissues of the gums are less able to fight infection of the gums. So you find that the gums will bleed more easily. The smoke will also stain the plaque to become dark brown or black. That can be easily removed by the dentist. The problem with the smoke, if it stains the lungs, I don't know if it can be reached. So one may maybe decide to stop smoking because of the damage to the lungs, because that can be permanent rather than the damage to the teeth. You come to the dentist, we can get your teeth cleaned for you. But I don't know if the chest surgeon can clean your lungs for you.
Well, as we are wrapping this up, as you're also giving out your last few months, kindly advise people out there who are having this thinking of, as long as I am not feeling any pain, I am not supposed to go and visit a dentist.
Whether you're feeling pain in the teeth or not, you need to brush your teeth regularly, gently. Make sure you brush all the sides. Visit the dentist on a regular basis. Be your own dentist first. Be the dentist for your children first. Check on their teeth regularly. Make sure everything is in order. If things are not in order, consult. Check for swellings, redness, bleeding gums, ulcers in your own teeth on a regular basis. Just how you like to check on the engine of a car. You need to check your oil and water regularly so that everything is topped up and clean.
It was really nice having you on the show.
And it's been nice to be back.
Okay. Well, like you've all heard, please try to maintain a good oral health. Try to brush every after a meal, or at least twice a day. We've been here at Twani's Dental Clinic in Bakuri, and I personally am coming for a checkup. I remain Kathy Ishine on the Safe Life program. Stay blessed.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks, Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the MyMTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Imagine a place where healthcare meets compassion.
Others come in and they have families, but families have fallen apart.
Where every patient is treated with dignity and care.
We have just talked about one aspect of it.
Welcome to Mulago National Referral Hospital, the heart of Uganda's healthcare system.
The moment you discharge these patients home without giving them oxygen means you've really written a death sentence.
Takes almost 50% of the cases we are handling are road traffic accident.
We are encouraging the young ones out there to come and work.
From pediatric care to advanced organ transplants, Mulago's dedicated team is always ready to help.
And in Mulago, since we're a referral, we get the most complex of them, because we just don't remove cancer, we remove even everywhere it wanted to spread so that the patient can survive.
Watch Inside Mulago every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on UBC TV, inspiring Uganda.
Hub, giving you a deep and unique insight into agribusiness, services, ICT and innovation, industrialization, and so much more. Entrepreneurs Hub, growing your small, medium, and large business entity. With yours truly, Sandra Kahunde, right here on UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This PDM is to get all of you out of poverty. That's why we said 100 million per parish per year.
The parish development model is designed to eradicate poverty by providing the support necessary for financial independence.
We have seen how 1 million, how much 1 million can do. The whole of Uganda is very rich. So what you call poverty is actually ignorance. We need everybody to come up.
Let us all take advantage of the conducive prevailing atmosphere of political stability, peace and security to ensure that all our people come out of poverty.
And I've told the banks to stop deducting from the 1 million. You must get the 1 million full. The government is the one which will pay the bank charges.
Now the number of stools in this Matoke enterprise are 1,000. They are on 1 acre. And we harvest 17 bunches every day. The money that we get from this matoke, after selling each bunch,